Well, you all know who I am, so, and I know time is tight, so I'm going to run straight into the presentation, if I don't mess up the system. Okay, national situation. We now have a dementia strategy that was published in December 2009, and also encouragement from NICE to treat Alzheimer's at a much earlier stage. And for those of you who are aware, NICE are actually consulting on the medication being able to be prescribed at a much earlier rate. Which runs into my first point. There is an extra 10 points for anybody that notices the mistake in line 1. It's actually, it's not anti, it's just coding misspellings inhibitors. They can help. I've just said they're looking at being able to prescribe a lot earlier, so for that reason, we're very, very keen to encourage as many early referrals as possible. Early diagnosis, the lifespan is to plan, and that's actually quite important. And I think one of the things we want to get across is people recognising that dementia is a long-term condition. And it sort of weaves its way into absolutely everything. Diagnosis provides the impetus to preventative efforts. And what we're talking about there is we're very keen to link it into some of the health promotion. People who have high blood pressure, vascular disease, obesity, can go on and develop vascular disease. So it's very, very important that we actually consider it with everybody. And obviously diagnosis helps access resources. Moving swiftly on, local situation. We've got an elderly population in Ealing of around about 36,500. Off the top of my head, I don't know for Southall, but approximately 5% of the population over the age of 65 are likely to develop a dementia. Currently, you've got 289 on GP registers, and if I flick over quickly, there you go. That's all the various practices. The blue ones are the pilot practices there. So just flick back if I remember how to do this. Okay. We went out and asked GPs what they thought of us. That's the polite version. Yes, we do recognise that our form was quite cumbersome. There was issues around when people referred. They didn't know what happened to the referral. It seemed to get lost in the system. We weren't particularly quick at seeing people once we'd received the referral. However, 2010 has been good to us. Okay. So in our project, we wanted to audit the number of patients who are being referred in for the various practices, which we've got a slide on, and I'll show you that in a moment. We wanted to improve the referral form, look at our procedures. National Dementia Strategy is very clear in what it is, what its expectations of primary care of. I think sometimes people who write these policies and procedures don't understand the real world, and we're now starting to recognise some of the difficulties that our GPs have in actually obtaining some of the data. And we've translated the mini mental state examination into 2 Indian languages, and I have to say, well done to Vijay. I think he single-handedly did that. I wouldn't want his electricity bill having going back and forth to his test. And we work with partners to look at taking this project one step further. And as Paul has already alluded to, we have a workshop planned. So that's 2 very busy years, Paul, I have. Okay, showing that slide, that's all the practices. I have no idea which practice that is, but they're fun.
That's an report.
This is a very quick summary of the practices in our cluster. That's the referral rate between 08 and 09, and this is between 09 and today. So what that doesn't demonstrate is the numbers of elderly people on their practice registers, and perhaps next time around we'll have to do something to demonstrate that. That's actually quite bland.
Is that total number of referrals, or is it one per month? Or?
No, that's total referral.
All right, okay.
So if we go back to the first slide, I can't remember off the top of my head, was it something like 269 patients Sorry, I'm really quiet.
Not very, very demented patient.
Just as well I'm not obese, isn't it? Now, Frances English, had she been here, she would have talked about dementia concern. We work very closely with dementia concern, and dementia concern is now joining the project as a fully fledged member. They've done a DVD on dementia that's in different languages, more than happy to supply that. And they're able to befriend and support people. They actually have a visiting people at home who live alone. Call and care service. They've got drop-in centres. They in fact actually run 2 day centres in our day centres at weekends, and they have a lot of multilingual staff. And to be honest, they're the first point. We always give dementia concerns details to our patients, so they're well aware. Had Dr. Sandhu been here, she would have talked about the importance of GPs, because they know the patients, they know the families, and the GPs can screen at an earlier stage. And it sort of feels as though we're in Groundhog Day, because everything seems to be centred around the prevention aspect, particularly around diabetes, obesity, and controlling blood pressure. And of course, GPs have a recall system as well, so we need to be working a lot closer. And Dr. Sandhu is going to recommend to all the other GPs the importance of screening and to refer. And we've done some work around a decision support tool to help people make that decision, monitor recall, and of course, what should have been probably at the top would have been health promotion. Right, what we'll be doing in what we're going to do in 2011. We're going to have a quarterly steering group meeting. We are going to develop a supporting dementia at home pack, and hopefully that will be very, very useful for everybody in this room to know where to access, how to access, and then obviously pass on the information. And a primary care resource pack. And that's going to carry on working on work that we've already done around translating the MMSEs, doing something with our referral form, and the decision support tool. I think that's the last slide. Acknowledgement to all our practices who have been very helpful. The DJ who tends to do a lot of this on his own, and I just get the job of getting up here and talking to you then. And of course, Dr. Mukherjee.
Thank you.